If you've used GoHighLevel before, you know that GoHighLevel is built for everybody, meaning it's actually built for nobody. And that's great for people like you and I, because if we're able to simplify GoHighLevel down and sell it to local business owners without all the features they don't need and help them set it up for their specific business owners will be more than happy to pay us hundreds of dollars every single month. So since Highlevel literally has hundreds of features, what is the simplest way to make money with GoHighLevel? Well, personally, I don't do complicated SEO. I don't set up their funnels. I don't set up their websites. I don't do weekly check-in calls, making sure they're using the platform. All I do is install this one simple automation in local business owners' business to help them get more Google reviews. And this exact setup makes me $26,000 a month every single month in recurring revenue just from helping these business owners. And to all you trolls out there, this is not my high-level affiliate revenue. That's totally separate. Blah. I'm not here to sell you an expensive course. I'm not here to sell you a coaching program. If you stick around to the end, I can show you how you get access to everything I've learned totally for free. Enjoy. I'm about to show you how we get clients, sell clients, onboard clients, all that jazz. But I want to show you my favorite part about this service is that, our costs are very minimal, right? It's not like we're building a custom website or doing a custom massive video that's going to require hours, or doing SEO or content or all this stuff that takes so long to actually do. And you have really hard costs or labor costs associated with it, right? The great part about reviews is it's like 30 to 90 minutes to set up. Sometimes it'll be way less if it's a client that's tech savvy or whatever. And the cost is extremely minimal, right? You can get $300 a month for unlimited clients on the software that we use. And so the great part is that literally you can start offering this service to people for free, and it's not going to cost you much anything. And that's going to get the word of mouth ball rolling. And eventually they'll pay you $100, $300 a month because you'll have them in the most valuable spot, the most valuable digital real estate for a local business owner, which is up here in the map pack where they get free clicks, free calls, and they don't have to go and pay for Google ads and stuff like that. At this point, you're probably like, that sounds great, but I don't know how to code, and I don't have the money to hire a developer, or I don't have the money to start this business. It sounds like it's a lot to set up. Well, the best part is that's where Highlevel is. So Highlevel has even the playing field for pretty much everybody, because now everybody has access to basically their own custom branded software for $97 per month. You can see all these features are included for 3 different sub accounts, which means you could have like 3 clients set up, right? For $97 per month. And for $297 a month, you have unlimited clients. And so you get all these features included for $297 a month for unlimited sub accounts. So you can see how crazy that is. They have made your own custom software. You can put your logo on, your domain, all that stuff, available now to pretty much anybody with a credit card, right? And so the best part is that you get a 14-day free trial when you sign up with them. But if you sign up with my link down below in the description, you'll get an extended 30-day trial, and you'll get access to my templates, my scripts, my community, my coaching calls, my 8-hour course that goes through everything exactly how I set up my business to help local business owners get Google reviews, automate the process, and make some semi-passive income, about $26,000 per month right now. So instead of having to hire developers and figure all this stuff out on your own, you can start on day one with a proven software that people have made work and made a bunch of money off of. You don't have to worry about the product not being good enough, because it is. But you're probably thinking, why would a business owner pay $100 to $300 a month just to automate the process of getting reviews, right? I get it. It saves them time. They're supposed to rank higher on Google and get more customers. But seriously, our business owners actually want to do this. So what I did is I just pulled up reviewharvest.com. I pulled up our Google reviews, and now we can go through and read some of these reviews. So Jackson said, as a small business owner, Review Harvest has been a huge asset to us. We've seen great results in such a small amount of time already. We look forward to continuing our partnership with Clay this coming year. David Treadwell said, highly recommend. Clay was super helpful over our Zoom session and helped with the entire setup. Even installed a widget on my website to show off reviews. Excited to start getting more reviews than I was. Scott Klein said, I could not be happier. Within the first 3 days, over half my recurring clients left for reviews. Pooh Bears said, Clay and Carly are awesome. I signed up the same day and I received a few reviews. Onboarding was smooth and effortless. You can just see it just keeps going on. And Angela said, all I can say is wow, over 100 reviews in just days. I always tried to get my clients to leave a review myself, but would slack or forget to ask. Their method works, and I highly recommend. And so just by reading these reviews, you can tell these business owners are more than willing to pay good money to take this off their plate and start getting the reviews, because a lot of them really do struggle to get their customers to leave them positive reviews. So how do you even use Highlevel? How do you set up a client? How hard is the process of actually getting them these reviews? So let's walk through it now. So I'm going to go over kind of a high level, pun intended, overview of how to set clients up and kind of go over most of it. But to get really into the nitty gritty details, or some things you need to do on the setup just one time. The good news, I have a 9-hour video on YouTube going over every single thing you need to do to set up your account in Highlevel to get it started. Not only how to set your account up, but also how to sell people. I give a bunch of onboarding call recordings. All this stuff is posted on YouTube. So click on the video up above if you want to check that out. But to actually set a client up, all you're going to do is when you log on to Highlevel, you're going to be in what you call the agency view. So the agency view is basically you as the owner of the account. Your kind of overview, you're looking at all your sub accounts and stuff like that. So you can see, you can scroll through and check out all the sub accounts that I have in here. You can see just loaded. It's going to go on for days and days. We're only at C, right? So now you have a client, you're ready to onboard them. All you do is you click on create sub account. And from here, if you sign up with my link down below in the description, you'll get an extended trial. You get access to my community, my coaching calls with me. I'll hop on and set you up, but you'll also get the snapshot. So what this is you'll come through, you'll use the snapshot that I give out to my affiliates, and it's going to come through with all the automations already pre-built, all the scripts, all that stuff. So you just have to change a couple values to onboard a client, right? But it's going to give you the option. Highlevel's going to give you the option here to look up a client. So let's say like Good Burgers. Find Good Burgers. Perfect. Sweet. You can find your client here. You can just use that. But if not, you can just add a client manually. But we'll use Good Burgers. And I'm going to put some info in here and we're going to create this sub account. So I've got some dummy info in here. This is not creating them as a user. This isn't going to send them any sort of information or anything like that. This is just actually creating the sub account. You'll add them as a user later. Then you'll click on add sub account. And it's going to go through the process of creating the sub account with that snapshot all already built out. And now we can see it's created the sub account. We want to go ahead and switch to the sub account. And from here, it's going to pull up the sub account view, right? So we're leaving agency view. Now we're in sub account view. And it takes us to the first step, which is to connect their Google business profile. It's super simple. They click on connect. They'll log on with their email. So what you're going to want to do is you want to go to settings. You're going to want to add them as a user. So you go to my staff. You'll click on add user, and you'll add them here with their name and number and all that stuff. You can set a password for them, or you can just add them and I'll send them an email to create their own password. From there, once they logged in and you're on an onboarding call or something, you'll get them to click on connect here. It'll prompt them to log on with their Gmail account and they will connect their Google business profile. You want to make sure you turn off call tracking. You don't want call tracking turned on because that's going to wrap their number and change it on Google, and they'll freak out about that, right? So after you connect to the Google business profile, if you watch any of my other videos and once you start to get advanced, you'll be able to use GHL Connector. I don't have it set up for the sub account yet, so it's going to throw an error probably. But what you want to use is they can connect their CRM or whatever booking system they use. That's really important, right? So basically our business relies on contacts. We need to get these contacts so we can get them reviews. What GHL Connector does is it makes it really easy to integrate their previous customers just by pasting a little API key or them logging or something to their software and pulling them all in, and then also pulling in all of their new customers, right? But if you don't, aren't there yet, that's all good. Don't worry about it. That's not an expensive software you have to get by any means in the beginning. And so I think it's only like $17 a month or something. But you can see you go to contacts, you can just get them to upload a spreadsheet, right? So click on import, they can upload a spreadsheet of all their previous customers, walk through the process of uploading it and just mapping the fields. Then from there, what we want to do is you'll want to add them to the automation. So we go to automation, we go to review workflows. You can see we're going to add them to the review reactivation workflow. There's really nothing you need to do in here. Basically, you're going to change some custom values to make sure everything says the right thing. But that's really all it is. This is actually the text and email and stuff that's going to go out to them to request a review. So you can see it gets a little advanced here, but I have all these sticky notes in here to make sure you kind of know what you're supposed to do. So we have like a wait step. We have like, have they already left a review or not here? We kind of have some tracking stuff. And then we send out the SMS and the email. We send out these text messages with a personalized image. What that means is that we use a photo and we put the end customer's name on it using nifty images. I got plenty of information on that across the channel. But from there, that's pretty much the review request is all you have to do there. Then if you go to reputation and you go to settings, you can see here, we can turn on AI review responses. So now you can create certain agents where you can, kind of adjust the tone in terms of how they respond to these reviews. But you can turn on these reviews. So now we're automatically responding for reviews. We're automatically requesting reviews. And then also we can go to the marketing place here. You want them to connect their social media accounts. Once they connect their social media accounts, it's just going to come up and say, hey, post reviews. And you click on post reviews, you upload some photos, and now it's going to automatically post all their 5-star reviews. And if you're like, oh, he's just skimming over this, I literally have a 9-hour video that shows you everything, how to get clients, how to sell clients, whatever. So feel free to check that video out. I also have very specific videos on onboarding and stuff like that if you want to check it out on my channel. So yeah, and under the marketing and social planner, this is where you'll automate the process of reposting all those reviews for them. And we have a lot of like very nitty gritty deep automations here to make sure that clients aren't getting texted twice, make sure they're tracking, make sure we notify our customers. We even have a page in here where if you'd like to, you can filter reviews. So we have review faces where basically If they're not happy, they say, how was your experience with, boom, it's going to auto-populate the business name in here. Green takes them to Google, red takes them to an internal page to leave internal feedback. And so really the only thing you have to do besides uploading the customer list, connecting to the Google business profile, hopefully creating integration, that's really important. It's not really required, especially on the first call. The only thing besides that, you want to make sure you go to settings and you want to go to custom values. And here's where you add all the information for a specific client. So think of this as like the brain of this sub account. We want to add the Google review link so that we'll make sure we're sending this Google review link to the right place, right? So that's what you want to do. You also want to add the logo link. So you want to add their logo here. Just kind of make their logo a certain size, upload it to the media storage of the sub account, and then you can just grab the link that it gives you and paste it in here. We go back here, you can see personalized image, business owner name, business name, all that sort of stuff, how many times you want to follow up. All that is basically controlled through here, so it's really easy for you to get new clients and onboard them and get them set up. So the part you've all been waiting for, there's probably already been keyboard warriors in the comments saying, well, how do you actually get customers? How do you actually get local business owners to trust you? Well, this was the exact 3-step process that I did to go from 0 to about 80 SaaS customers. And I forget how long it was. It was probably 8 or 9 months, right? I hope you know who this guy is. It's Alex Ramosi. Honestly, just go read $100 million leads. Like if you haven't done that, and you're interested in starting your own business, what are you doing? Go read $100 million leads, follow his rule of 100s. You have like the core 4, the 4 different ways you can acquire customers. And honestly, just go ham on that. But let me just kind of apply what I learned from $100 million leads to what I actually did for this business to get results. So the first thing I did was I went to my warm audience, right? So this is warm outreach, right? I went to my contacts and my phone. I went to my Facebook. I went to my Instagram followers, all those people. And I remember days when I probably send out 200, 300 messages to my warm audience, right? And just basically saying this exact thing. You can steal this script if you'd like. Hey, their name, I'm launching this new business/service to help local business owners get Google reviews. This allows them to rank higher on Google so more people can find them. I'm doing it for free so I can just get some feedback. Do you know any business owners who'd be interested? It's important to ask, do you know any business owners who may be interested? Don't solicit them for business. So let's ask if they know anybody, right? And if they're a business owner and they're interested, they'll just be like, yeah, I'm interested, right? And so I remember days when I would send that message out to 200, 300 people in my phone contacts. And I would recommend something I should have done. I should have kind of struck up a conversation first. I didn't really do that. I took the shortcut and, I got enough results to move forward and kind of go to the next step of the process, in getting some SaaS customers on board. But I do recommend you'll get a lot better results if you do kind of strike up a conversation. Hey, how's Sally doing? How's soccer? Whatever, just to go ahead and just make it less transactional and not, damage the relationship at all. Right. The second thing I did was I used the proof that I got from my family and friends. I used that proof to then go reach out to local business owners in our area, right? So, hey, I live in city name. If you just say that you live near them, that's going to put you, that's going to help you stand out from 99.9% of the people emailing them because, you're saying something that, everyone else in the world can't say. You can go treat them to coffee and that's going to build so much trust. Whereas trust is the main thing that we need to get these business owners to give over the card information and help us, let us help them start getting some reviews. And so use that proof to get local people in your area on board. And then to turn that kind of on turbocharge, to put some gasoline on that, you just turn all your case studies into an ad. And you run that ad locally. And that got me from I think I had 30 or 40 clients from the cold outreach locally. Then when I turned on ads, that got me 80 clients in 2 months. And so that was very beneficial to me. And I live in a relatively small area. I think we have less than 15,000 year-round residents. And so if you live in a big city that has 100,000, 200,000, a million residents, you could grow a $30, $40, $50,000 per month business, never leaving your area. And the word of mouth will actually probably spread a lot quicker because these business owners might probably know each other and they'll be talking to one another. So that's how I would get my first, 10, 20, 30 customers if I was getting started today. I've got plenty of other videos on my YouTube channel about this. Feel free to check them out. One thing I want to make abundantly clear, though, is that this is hard. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It does not happen overnight. It took me almost 2 years to get to the point where now I'm about to hit 30K per month in recurring revenue. And so basically, the main thing I want to tell y'all is that you're going to have to deal with rejection. And when it comes to rejection and meeting people on sales calls or meeting people in person for coffee shops, I used to get a little bit nervous, get all kind of wrapped up in, are they going to say yes? How's it going to go? Whatever. And the biggest frame that has helped me to kind of calm down and just push through the rejection is that no one person controls my fate besides me. Right? No one person controls the fate of my business and my success besides me. And so it doesn't matter the outcome of this. Like if I get a no, I'm one no closer to a yes. I get a rep, I'll learn something from it. And I'll try to take away and get better next time. But there's no pressure on one individual call or one individual outreach or one individual email, because no one person is going to dictate whether I succeed or not. I know that that's all on me, and I have to put the work in to get the results. And so it's going to take time. It's going to be hard, but you can do it. It is a simple business, not an easy business. Obviously, as I said earlier, I was able to grow Review Harvest. So now I have time and location freedom if I so choose, making, semi-passive income online, just helping local business owners get Google reviews. But it's really not just me. You can see there's other people in the community winning. You see Balin closed a 10K setup deal. Andrew had his first sales call, said it went good. He booked an onboarding call. Alan's getting people 245 reviews. Javier had 2 onboarding calls. Lindsay got her first testimonial. People are crushing it left and right and center. And so it's not just a me thing. You see Frank got 26 clients in 70 days. And so if you are interested in taking the next step, feel free to sign up my link down below in the description. You'll get an extended 30-day trial instead of the normal 14. And then you'll get an immediate invite to this community where there's 4 coaching calls a week, 3 with me, 1 with Facebook ad expert, hundreds of hours of training, including the day 1 through 7 course where I basically walk you through not knowing anything to day 7, have everything set up and having your first client. And so I would love to see you in the community here shortly. But if you want to stay on YouTube and you want to watch, a video I put together that has everything that I know about setting this up, everything it took me to go from 0 to 25 plus K per month in recurring revenue, I just posted it on YouTube for free. Check it out.